All right. What's going on? I just wanted to talk about this movie right quick. This old movie called Raisin in the Sun. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Um, if you haven't seen the movie, whether it be the old version or the modern version, I don't want to ruin it for you guys. So, feel free if you want to exit this vid. I'll wait. Okay, now if you have seen it, the either the old version, the modern version, or both versions at that, great. I saw the modern version about a couple months ago, and I felt like it was a nice film. It was very kind of more upbeat than the old version. Um, you know, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka Diddy, P Diddy. I felt like he gave a surprisingly solid performance. No, I felt like he surprised me in that movie. No, he was pretty good. Then you have Sna Lathan. She was also in it. As always, she does her thing. Then you have this other black woman who gave a strong, outstanding performance as Sean Combs' his wife. No, she did a real good job in that one. And last but not least, let's not forget Miss Claire Huxtable herself. No, she gave a quiet, classy performance as well. So overall, I felt like the modern version was really strong and really good. But the old version, on the other hand, I felt like it was nice, but it was kind of depressing to say the least. Um, the legendary, Cindy Poitier was in that movie, and a couple other black people. But I couldn't help but notice some of the things in that movie that kind of triggered my brain a little bit. Especially when you've been a part of this YouTube black conscious community for a while. You can't help but to notice some things, especially when you watch various videos about various different topics. You just couldn't help but talk about it for a minute. And here's some of the things I noticed that was in that movie, as far as stereotypes go. You had the black mammy stereotype, and as well as the dark black woman. Who was the black mammy? She was kind of loud, aggressive, overweight a little bit, and ugly. I hate to say it, but that's the way they portrayed dark black women in that movie. Um, you got Sidney Poitier's character who plays this guy named Walter, who's like aggressive, kind of, you know, at times seemed like he's kind of crazy. And I bet you white folks was like, man, when they first saw him, they was probably like, man, this Negro's wild. We need to put him back in his cage. Then you have the two light black women in that movie who's like, you know, less aggressive, more feminine, more ladylike type in that movie, and strong in a quiet way. Then you have Walter's son, who's um, who's a light young black dude in that movie, and it is what it is. Those are some of the things I noticed, especially in the old version of A Raisin in the Sun. So basically, light black women less aggressive, dark black women more aggressive. No, dark. Same thing with the men, black men. Same thing. But the movie was basically about this guy named Walter, who's a down on his luck guy, and he's living. He has a family. He has a wife, and he has a son, and his sister is living with him as well. He's basically trying to find all ways to try to get that money, try to hustle. He's basically a hustler back in his day, um, trying to get by basically. And no, he has his wife who's like a long suffering woman who's like very patient, but you could tell inside she was like crumbling. Like during the movie, she was just crumbling inside. and she at the point at times she wanted to have an abortion with because she was having a new child, and her and Walter couldn't get along very well. They was breaking apart. Walter's sister, she basically tries to she wants to, discover her African heritage and become a doctor one day. And she's kind of stuck up, kind of arrogant, and she's very ungrateful because, Walter them tried to help her out and tried to help her, pay for her college and stuff. And last but not least, you have the black mammy, the black mammy stereotype, the mama, Walter's mom. She's like kind of like the rock of the whole situation. She's like getting money from her late husband. Like I think it was like $100,000. I could be wrong, but she's getting paid basically, and she gives some of her money to Walter, and some of that other money goes to like her grandchild, Walter's son, like for a house in the future. And basically, thanks to her, the family was able to move out of the ghetto, out of the projects, and go to this rich white neighborhood. But of course, white folks, especially there was just one white man that went to visit them when they first moved, and he basically was like, "We don't want y'all Negroes here. We don't want y'all here. Go back to where y'all came from. Go back to Africa," that type of thing. But he did it in a nice, quiet, sugar-coated way. How the way he said it. But the family was like, "Nah, we ain't going nowhere." But at the end of the movie, they have to, because thanks to Walter, him and his friend, they give the money that Walter, he got from his mom. They give that money to like this snake, and at the end of the movie, he steals all of their money, and the family is just broke. Just broke. They ain't got no money. They just moved there, and they can't do anything. So they have no choice but to move out of the house and go back to where they came from. It's sad, but it's crazy. And that's like the movie right there. So I definitely wanted to talk about it for a minute. I think I forgot about some parts, but if I did, no, my fault on that. And until next time, people, y'all have a good one, and stay blessed. Bye.